What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's reaction video. And today's reaction is the very special monthly request of my incredible Patreon follower, Sally. Sally, thank you so much for your continued support, for being a member of the Patreon, and for being the incredible human being that you are. It means the absolute world to me to have your support. So thank you so much. And thank you for all the information you sent me that you linked me to about this song, because having a quick skim through the lyrics of this, I would have been so confused. But thank you so much for linking me through the wiki page so I could get some of the references in this one, because I can't wait to hear what the song actually sounds like. But having a read through the lyrics, there are so many mentions of different things that I would have been so confused at. So thank you so much for sending me that through. This month's request by Sally is for, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of probably most of these deities and things names, but Skadis hammer. I'm going to say Skadis hammer, which is by The Longest Johns. Now, I have no idea what to expect from this one. It is one of our spooky season creepy reactions, so I'm guessing it's going to have some darker, creepier vibes to it, and I'm super excited for that. But other than that, I have no idea. So, as always, please check out the original video linked in the description below. Give the original song a like and a comment, and subscribe to The Longest Johns if you haven't already. And we're going to get into this. This is Skadis Hammer by The Longest Johns. Let's go.
Lord of the harvest, master aside, open the fields and collect your prize.
Hang on, because immediately from when that started with the big thump, and then it comes in that shh noise. Is that someone doing that with their mouth, that shh? Or is that an instrument of some type that I just have no idea what instrument they would be using for this? Yo, when I sat down and read these lyrics, when I had a skim of the lyrics, I could not work out what the sound of it, what the beat of it was going to be. I didn't know if we were looking into a like folksy kind of song. I had no idea what to expect. This immediately just has this kind of, it's a little bit unsettling, but at the same time, it's I don't even know how to describe it, but it sounds incredible.
Lord of the harvest, master aside, open the fields and collect your prize. Woe to you, John Barleycorn, rest in peace upon the miller's stone. Oh, the harvest got sharp teeth and it's dragging me under. Put down the sword, turn the millstone round. Oh, Demeter's embrace holds the sun to the land, until Skadi brings her hammer down. Ooh.
The fact that most of the lyrics we're hearing about are references or kind of like analogies for the harvest, for like basically the wheat harvest, from my understanding of the breakdown of the lyrics. It like that first part especially, it's just talking about like the harvest time, and the fact that it's got that, but it's coming across so creepy, so dark. We just had a flash of the Grim Reaper in this whole chair, or like I don't know if that was meant to be the Grim Reaper, or if that's like an old depiction of one of these figures they're talking about. But either way, it's got such a creepy feel to it, when, to be like, unless there's a double meaning that I'm not picking up on here reading through this, it's not necessarily a creepy topic they're singing about, but the way the song's being sung and like the style of it is coming across that way. Also, the vocals in this are fire. Absolutely. I forget how good these boys sound when they all come in together and they all sing together, but this has almost got like a country-ish twang on it a little bit. Like I could hear Home Free doing a cover of this easily. I could picture that right away. And that little bit of a country twang just gives it a really cool, unique sound.
To the land, until Skadi brings her hammer down. Ooh. Until Skadi brings the hammer down. Ooh. Skadi brings a hammer down.
As they're doing that, till Skadis brings her hammer down, in the background, the ooze that are going on. When it's just the ooze by themselves, I was fine. But when they're singing higher over the top of it, the ooze just seems so bassy that it's like goosebumps, absolute goosebumps.
Skadi brings a hammer down. Reaper man is coming to tear through your fields to strike the corn down. Reaper man, lay them all to rest and let the land sleep at winter's behest. Oh, the harvest got...
Hang on, before we get into the little chorus section they're going into here, now it's making sense. Now it's making sense to me. The Reaper Man section there, because like they're still technically on a surface level talking about the harvest, but there's definitely a double meaning here, and it makes me wonder in terms of folklore, this idea of the Grim Reaper who carries a giant scythe. Obviously, a scythe started off as a harvesting tool. I'm so curious if in terms of lore, the lore behind the Grim Reaper started because of the idea of like either a god of the harvest or the harvest in general, and this idea of because that's the person going around clearing the fields, killing all of the crops to be replanted and regrown the next year. If the idea of someone coming around and harvesting souls and reaping souls in the same way, that's why they use that imagery. I'd never thought of that kind of a connection before, even though, like you said, the Grim Reaper literally uses a scythe, which is a harvesting tool. I'd never put that together in my head, but that's a really, really cool idea.
Winter's behest. Oh, the harvest got sharp teeth and it's dragging me under. Put down the sword, turn the millstone round. Oh, Demeter's embrace holds the sun to the land until Skadi brings a hammer down. I thought I heard the old man say, John Barleycorn will soon lie in his grave.
Okay, have to pause there because two things. Number one, I'm so bad with these guys' names. I need to get better with their names. I'm so sorry about that. But the fella on screen right here, his bass notes right now, these oohs that he's doing, oh my god, absolute fire. My man gets a clack of the bass fan because, yes, I've heard bass deeper on the channel, ain't no doubt about that, but it's just hitting so right, and it's just, again, having it underneath all those lines is just making my hair stand on end in the best way. The other part I was going to say is back here before that, the way that I've got to replay it to hear what line it was because my brain's already forgotten what line it was, but the note that he kind of bent or sung on one of these lines was just so nice.
Sun to the land until Skadi brings a hammer down. I thought I heard the old man say.
That part there, the word heard, the way that it kind of comes up and drags on in a really, it's so like the longest John style. It's so a note that they do that just hits so right and is like really kind of like not necessarily unique to them, but the way they do it when it's multiple voices doing that just is, it's such a longest John's thing and it's so freaking good.
I thought I heard the old man say, John Barleycorn will soon lie in his grave. One for the rook, one for the crow. One will wither and one will grow. Oh, the harvest got sharp teeth and it's dragging me under. Put down the sword, turn the millstone round. Oh, Demeter's embrace holds the sun to the land until Skadi brings a hammer down. Ooh. till Skadi brings a hammer down. Till Skadi brings her hammer down.
Ooh. I like that last one they did there. Felt so much deeper and like so much more lower than the rest of them had before. Also, the other thing that blows me away about this, the the way they've done this film clip, having everything be in this kind of, I don't know what the tone is because it's not full black and white. It's that black and white with that slightly almost bluish type tinge to it. But it's so dramatic and it hits so well with the storytelling because when we were seeing the panning over of all the, I don't know if I can go back far enough for it, or yeah, this section here where it was all the, I don't even know what kind of plants those are. I think they're giant sunflowers. I have no idea what those are actually. But either way, this giant field of these pretty much dead plants in this kind of black and white sea type tone, with then you're cutting back to imagery of this grim reaper with no face holding the scythe. You have literal skulls hung on things, and even the singers of the group, the singer is like sitting in this big wooden throne thing that has all this creepy imagery carved into it. It's such a well kind of thought out and planned film clip in terms of really simplistic imagery, but a really, really unsettling feeling that builds as the song goes on. Because the part where the Grim Reaper character, or whatever that's meant, whoever that's meant to be, walking as their cloak is kind of like bellowing and everything, it was just filmed so cinematically and so beautifully that it hits so freaking right.
Till Skadi brings a hammer down.
That part there as well, I hadn't noticed that before, but the fact this is all like black and white, but then when it transitions from him into that Grim Reaper, it's got like a glitch effect that actually has some color to it.
Till Skadi brings.
See, it actually goes in those like those red and cyan, red and blue type tones as it glitches through, and that's pretty much the only color we see in this. And it reminds me of like the old 3D glasses when you would look at those and something coming at you 3D. It's kind of cool.
A hammer down. Till Skadi brings her hammer down.
So creepy. So creepy without even trying. Oh my god. And such a cool song taking that aside. Like you could, I'm just making sure that, yep, nothing else. Okay. Yeah, the fact that taking the creepiness of it aside, if you just listen to that song, it would be an epic song anyway. The vocals in it are phenomenal. Those bass notes that were coming the whole way through it and just having my hair still stand on end. But then you add that film clip to it and it gives it such a kind of unsettling feeling and makes it hit in such a kind of, not a different way, but just reinforces it so much. It's made me really want to know more kind of lore about, because like I said, I read the page about it, but it still kind of gives you individual facts about some of the references. It doesn't tell you what they had in mind as an overarching story for this song or what the meaning behind it all really is. Maybe I'm just not all there and didn't quite pick it all up. But yeah, it's I would love to know in terms of the people mentioned in this song, Demeter, Skadis, things like that, if they have any direct origin for the lore of what we consider the Grim Reaper, or if that's just kind of a similar reference, if it's just like, if it's just that multiple cultures are drawn from this idea of harvest and turned it into the Grim Reaper. I'd love to know. Let me know if you know, let me know down below, because I'd be so curious to find that out. But regardless of all that, regardless of how incredible the lyrics were, the song itself was just absolutely fire. They knocked this out of the park and it was so damn impressive. Guys, please jump in the link in the description below and give the original song a like and a comment, and subscribe to The Longest Johns if you haven't already. Also, leave me a like and a comment and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out so much, I can't even begin to tell you. And check me out over on Patreon, where I do weekly polls for the reactions that I do here on the channel. I also do weekly TV show reactions, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on the channel. So check all that out over on my Patreon. I will see you all in the next reaction video. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.